Good afternoon, students. In the previous lecture, we discussed the concept of family, the definitions of family, and definitions given by various anthropologists and sociologists, and the characteristics of family also we discussed. So, today let us discuss the concept of forms of family. How many kinds of families? So let us look at the forms of family. Sociologists and anthropologists have identified various forms of family. So with regard, this identification is regard to the cultural peculiarities as obtainable in various societies over a time. So this categorization of family is based on the number of members in a family, and this categorization of family is based on generations of people involved in the family, and this categorization of families is based on power or leadership or authority holders in the family. So three bases for categorization of families. First one is number of members involved in the family. Second is generations involved in a family. Third one is leadership or power or authority in a family. So let us look at the kinds of families. The first one is a very familiar one, that is nuclear family. Nuclear family is a very common practice in a present society. In a present scenario, we can witness any number of nuclear families. In nuclear family, you can find a husband and wife and their children, and husband and you will find a couple along with the dependents. Here, dependents in the sense the children. So here, a nuclear family can be defined as a family in which the couple and unmarried children live in a same residence. That is what is called a nuclear family. And this is one of the smallest unit in a society, and this kind of families are also called elementary families. So here in nuclear families we have couple and unmarried children living in a same residency, and generally in nuclear families, father, he is the head of the family. And the second category of the family and nuclear families can be divided into two categories, that is family of operation or natal family, and the second category is family of procreation or conjugal family. In family of operation, we have the family in which one is born and grows up, and family of procreation, the family formed when one marries and has children. So two kinds we can find in nuclear families. And the second category of families is one or single parent family. One or single parent family is also common practice in society. So this kind of family consists of one parent and his or her children. Or when the death of in the case of death of husband or wife, or in case of divorce, or in case of separation, we can find this kind of families. So husband or wife with his or her children, this kind of families are called single parent family. And third kind of family is what is called extended family. So extended family is larger than nuclear family. The extended family is where three or more generations are involved, either by blood relation or by marital relationships. So extended families also can be witnessed in some of the rural areas of India. Here, uncles, aunts, mother, father, and their daughters and their sons and their daughters, all of them live together, is what is called extended family. So here, extended family can be formed based on the two aspects, that is maybe vertical or horizontal. In vertical extended family, the addition of members of a third generation such as spouses, parents. And horizontal extended family, the addition of members of the same generation, husband's brother or additional wife and their children are added to the families. So this is what is called extended family. We have another kind, that is what is called blended family. So this family is made up of a couple and children, either or both, raised in the earlier marriages. For example, a couple married and have children, and they both get divorced and separated. Again, the couple will remarry. When they get remarried, then the children of this couple will be raised in the hands of other people. Then in that case, families are called blended families. And in some cases divorce can happen, leaving children behind them, either behind the husband or either behind the wife. And when that wife or husband will get remarried, the children will be grown. So in that case, those families are called blended families. And these families are also called reconstituted, reorganized, or remarried families. And the new parents will become step parents. It's a common practice in most of the European societies. And compound family. Compound family, this form of family can be seen as the overlapping of nuclear families. And in this case, the wife becomes the head. The wife becomes the head of our household, whereas the husband becomes the head for all households. And this kind of compound family can be practiced or can be witnessed in most of the African societies. So these are the categorization of families. And the types of families according to power and authority. For example, patriarchal family. Patriarchal family, in this family, the structure, decision making, authority and power lies in the hands of husband. So here the man becomes the center of the family. The father becomes the center of the family in nuclear family or single or extended families. And these families are also called male-headed families. And in the absence of the father, the eldest son becomes the center of the family. And the second category, based on the power or structure, that is what is called patriarchal family. Matriarchal family. Matriarchal in the sense mother-oriented. Mother, the female, he becomes the head of the household, and the authority vested in the mother or woman. And it is very common practice in West Indies and in some parts of Kerala, in some parts of northeastern states of India. Patriarchal in the sense father becomes the center, whereas matriarchal mother becomes the center. And egalitarian family, the third kind, is egalitarian in the sense equality. So here in this kind of family we can find the authority and power and structure lies in the hands of both mother and father, or male and female. Because of the new acts and because of equality, right to equality, and because of equal pay, and because of economic freedom for women and women emancipation and women's welfare activities, created this concept called egalitarian family. So in egalitarian family, the power, authority, decision making, structure, everything lies equally between husband and wife. So these are the kinds of families. And we'll discuss functions of families also. Functions of families. What are the functions of the family? So the first function is nurturing of the children. So nurture is the first function of every family. It could be extended or nuclear or maybe blended, whatever it is, but nurturing of the children is the primary function of every family. The second function is regulation of sexual relationships. So in order to construct a proper society, in order to organize sexual relationships, the family system has also been introduced in the society. So in order to regulate proper sexual relationships, the family has been introduced. So the second function is regulating sexual relations. The third function of the family is procreation, in the sense reproductivity, in the sense giving birth to children. So in order to continue to the further generations, so procreation is another important functioning of a family. Fourth one is social placement. It means in the sense a family always tries for social identity. So in order for social identity is another important functioning of a family. And material and emotional security, so that material and emotional bonding and material and emotional security also can be formed in the family. And affection and companionship, so another important functioning in the affection and companionship and caretaking is another important functioning of the family. And protection also is important. So when one gets a problem, the family members will support him or her. So in difficult or in difficult situations. And another important functioning of family is a socialization. So here the family believes in norms, values, and codes, conduct of behavior. And another legitimating inheritance, in the sense the property of father will be or is distributed equally among his children. So generally in patriarchal society, the inheritance can be granted to the only sons. But in matriarchal society, we can find the property can be distributed or inherited among the daughters. In egalitarian families, we can find the property is equally distributed among all children irrespective of gender. So these are the various functions of the family. Thank you.